Greetings, family. Welcome back to another episode of My Tao TV with your host, King Fire, aka The Fresh King. Family, a couple of years ago, I wrote, directed, shot, and acted in this mini-series or a mini web series called Yankees and Yardies, along with a few good people of mine that was willing to see my vision and help me to bring it to light by acting in it and helping me to edit and shoot it as well with one of my brethrens. But Yankees and Yardies was mostly based off of African Americans and Caribbean Americans and the drug war era of the 80s and early 90s, family. And I wanted to reflect on that because I know in America, you know, it was a point in time where Americans frowned upon Caribbean Americans and Caribbean Americans frowned upon African Americans, and I looked at that as a form of the Willie Lynch syndrome. Now I know Willie Lynch might not have been a real person, but the syndrome is real, where you put young against old, you know, light skin against dark skin, and so on and so forth. And I feel it was the same way with the Caribbean Americans and African Americans. Now this story was based off of stories that I was told about when I was a kid coming up, how back in the days in New York City, you had a lot of Afro-Caribbeans coming to America, and because of the time of the way that money and jobs were, they got into the drug trade. But before they could come to America and get into the drug trade, there was a lot of American drug crews running blocks and corners and running the drug trade. Thus, conflict ensued between Caribbean Americans or Afro-Caribbeans and African Americans. So I wanted to put Yankees and Yardies for it to be a mirror to reflect our similarities, even though we have a difference in culture. It was just to reflect that, you know, the killing and the violence amongst ourselves because we find difference in culture when we're all one people. So that was the main premise of Yankees and Yardies, and I wanted to take the story from the 80s and 90s of the Shower Posse and other American drug crews to try to bring that story together. Now, today, family, I want to just present some clips from the 80s, early 90s, or more so in the 80s, talking about the Jamaican drug crews and the Jamaican posses and some of the violence that went on back in that era. So without further ado, family, let's check out these historical clips of the Jamaican drug crews back in the 80s.
Police say this bar is a known hangout for Jamaican gangs. This is the war zone.
Pretty rough?
Yeah.
How long you been living here?
Oh, I've been over here about 5 months.
5 months?
And it is rough.
So rough, most people won't talk about the dealing, the shootings, the killing for fear they'll be the next victim. So rough that probation officers no longer work this area.
They cannot carry weapons. They have not been trained or licensed to carry weapons.
This is considered by some to be the most dangerous area of Dallas. It's just south of I-30, just west of Fair Park. It's an area police patrol with extreme caution.
And we receive a call there, then we just might feel that it's necessary for, 4 officers to answer instead of 2.
Not only are probation officers being told to stay out of areas like this one, ones with a lot of crack houses, but they're also being told to report other areas in Dallas that they also feel are unsafe.
One name particularly stands out in police profile animation: Eric Vassell, head of the so-called Vassell organization, aka the Gullymen Posse.
The organization sold heroin and cocaine in Brooklyn, New York since 1982 and sold crack cocaine on the streets of Dallas since 1987.
DEA, IRS, Dallas PD, all of them had a hand in cracking the ring. Agents say this is how it worked. From an area of Kingston, Jamaica, known as McGregor Gully, crack cocaine was smuggled to New York and on into Dallas. The money made here was reportedly then channeled back to New York, along with illegal weapons. Drug agents say the members would sometimes rent up to 20 cars at a time to transport drugs, money, and guns. And police say they certainly had enough people to do it.
We estimate that approximately 2,000 persons are in Dallas now or have been in Dallas in the recent past who have been involved.
Police say they also wired money from Dallas to New York and on to Jamaica. Thousands reportedly laundered through Western unions in Dallas and New York. And anyone who got in the way of this group, police say, got it bad.
Including numerous beatings, kidnapping, and attempted murders.
Investigators say she and her boyfriend were selling crack from their Pleasant Grove apartment. Large quantities of crack. He is a Jamaican.
A very violent group of people.
Violent and organized. Investigators say this group took over this South Dallas apartment complex, and they used this man to clear the way for them.
I ain't involved in nothing. I don't even make enough money to pay my bills.
Authorities say these drug suspects gave the security guard here, David Keaton, a cut of every drug deal they made at this apartment complex. Investigators say as long as you gave the security guard here money, you could run your drug business.
It's easy money. You can get $50, $100 just to let somebody use an apartment. And, it's just money talks.
And folks out here listen to the dealers selling dope in their apartment complex day and night. Dealers they are happy to see headed to jail.
This is going to help us get the complex completely clean.
Give the children a chance to grow up in a drug-free environment. Shelter them from the violence of Jamaican drug dealers and crack cocaine.